Moms, we see you.
That first year home was really rough.
If they were listening to me, it would have been caught much earlier.
We have to do better.
We shouldn't be losing moms.
We are fighting with you and fighting for you. Join the movement to ensure every mom and baby is healthy and gets the advocacy, research, and support they need.
March of Dimes is a beacon of hope to families. They know that they're not going through it alone.
Let's take action for all moms and babies. March for Babies, a mother of a movement.
Welcome to the 2021 March for Babies virtual experience celebration. Thank you for being a part of a mother of a movement. You're changing the lives of so many families, and what an impact you've made. Over the last year, 4 million babies received life-saving newborn screening. 19 million women were reached through our programs, education, and resources. More than 150 state legislative bills were passed to advocate for the health of moms and babies. And investments in critical research began uncovering the impact of COVID-19 to their health. But with so much work to be done, there's no stopping now. We must end preventable preterm birth. We must end preventable maternal health risks and death. And we must fight for health equity for all moms and families. The steps you take today will help us get there. Enjoy the celebration in your march, and together we're creating something big. March for Babies, a mother of a movement.
Hello and welcome. My name is Elizabeth Kemp Calder, and I'm honored to serve as your host for the March for Babies virtual experience today. Thank you for being with us at this virtual celebration. We're very grateful that you've joined the movement here in Maryland, Virginia, DC, and West Virginia. Today, we're going to celebrate the achievements of all of our walkers, our teams, and supporters. We hope you had the chance to walk with your family and friends this past Saturday, our virtual walk day. I know my family and the rest of Team Calder really enjoyed it. As a member of the international civic organization, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, I've been supporting the March of Dimes for 26 years. Over the years, my involvement has shifted from joining the annual March for Babies walks each year and raising funds to a broader, more meaningful personal commitment. You see, 9 years ago, my husband Ronald and I were pregnant with triplets. We were super excited, and we were always eager to visit them, our 3 little sweethearts, via ultrasound. Unfortunately, my water broke 20 weeks into the pregnancy, and our excitement was then replaced by a strange combination of fear and of hope. 9 years have passed since we lost our angels, Victoria and Ronald Jr. Losing 2 of your triplets because they were born too soon is the type of memory that always remains fresh. Today, their little brother David is a caring big brother to William, showing him all of the wonders that his triplet siblings never got to experience. It's hard for people who meet David today to imagine him as we first saw him, a tiny 1.5-pound miracle who, after being born 4 full months early, was only able to survive based on an important research breakthrough made possible by the donations to the March of Dimes from compassionate people just like you. Today, I serve as a member of the board of directors and as a top supporter for March of Dimes. I also serve as the Maryland State Coordinator for Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, leading our state initiatives for prematurity awareness and March for Babies. Since our triplets were born, Team Calder has raised tens of thousands of dollars, and I continue to lead my Zeta Phi Beta chapter team, Tau Eta Zeta, each year at our local March for Babies. If I look a little familiar to you, you might have seen my family featured on the March of Dimes It's Not Fine national advertising campaign, which was an honor. We want this virtual celebration to be fun, so let's get the chat going. To start off, let's see who's here. Chat in your team name now. March for Babies, a mother of a movement, is an opportunity to make a visible difference in our community now and for generations to come. By joining this movement, you're lifting up communities for health equity, opening the door for all moms to have access to care, and protecting the health of families by pushing for their rights. Unfortunately, the US remains among the most dangerous developed nations for childbirth, especially for women and babies of color. With preterm birth and maternal death rates continuing to rise, we need to unite and fight for all families. We're all connected by our support for March of Dimes, and we're connected by our stories. Let's hear now from some of the amazing families and participants in our community who will share their very own stories with us.
John and I, we struggled with infertility for about 2.5 to almost 3 years. The day that we went in for the pregnancy test, to hear that it was positive completely changed our world and almost felt like it wasn't real.
So everything was very smooth. It was probably the easiest pregnancy that anyone would ever say they've ever had, right up until it wasn't.
My son's water broke. My son Lucas, he was baby A. Baby B, which is my daughter Hailey, her water was fine. So at 21 weeks, we knew that if I were to have gone into labor, that they wouldn't have made it. So I had one job, and that job was just to remain on bed rest and to make sure I keep them safe. I didn't get to see her hold them at all after giving birth.
When Allison was actually able to finally be able to get out of her room from recovery and come down. So I remember bringing her in and the look of joy and sadness on her face when she saw them. It's heartbreaking.
There was no sounds of babies crying. It was just sounds of machines. I was afraid. I didn't even feel like a mother at that point.
So it's very overwhelming to see how much has to be done to keep them alive.
I mean, when I walked in, I was just so scared. Lucas had a grade 4 brain bleed, and his heart was just deteriorating. The doctors pulled John and I in, and they said, Lucas isn't going to make it.
When we got the call that it was time to get back to see our son, to say our goodbyes, and we hadn't even seen him, let alone hold him. The March of Dimes gave us a beautiful little blanket that was made to wrap him in. So the first and only time I held him was when he died.
And it was beautiful just to hold him, and we just had a moment with our son. Hailey's biggest complication was her lung development, so the biggest thing that she had to get through was her breathing.
She's such a fighter that she overcame every obstacle that came her way, and then slowly seeing the machines taken away one by one, and just be able to then finally see her face. And I think the biggest moment for both of us was after 29 days, we were finally able to hold our daughter for the first time.
She could tell. She stopped immediately. The day that they told me that we could bring Hailey home is a day I will never forget. She's so resilient. She just continues to fight and grow and develop and turn into this amazing little girl.
So we support March of Dimes, not only in memory of our son Lucas, but in honor of our daughter Hailey as well, who spent so long in the NICU, and with all the help and resources that the March of Dimes has provided for us, it's the least we can do to give back to them, is to help in any way we can.
March of Dimes constantly checked in on us throughout the entire 133-day stay there. They were a huge resource for us. We have our own story, we have our own journey, we have our own special milestones that we're going through, and that's okay.
Thank you to all of our families, not only represented here in this video, but to everyone who's shared a story, whether in a fundraising email, on their page, or even on social media. You inspire us and you help to spread awareness of the importance of the March of Dimes mission. We'd like to take a moment and remember those that we've lost. Just like each day that Ronald and I think about sweet Victoria and Ronald Jr., if you'd like to share the names of your loved ones or your story, please share it in the chat. Each of these names are never forgotten, and we encourage you to visit our remembrance tent today too. Our families represent the diverse stories that bring us together to march for the health of all moms and babies today and every day. Whether you were born preterm, have experienced a devastating loss, faced serious maternal health problems or pregnancy complications, received help keeping your baby healthy, or want to see the world filled with happy, healthy birth stories, you belong here. You're why we march. Today is all about celebrating our success. We all walk together, even if not in person, this past Saturday, because March for Babies has been and will always be more than just a walk. It's a mother of a movement. But now it's time for what we've all been waiting for, our awards. We want to recognize the incredible efforts put forth by each and every one of you. We had big goals this year, and you really stepped up for us. These awards today are given to those top teams and fundraisers who've invested in our mission and are marching it forward today and every day. All the awards are based on fundraising totals from our walk day this past Saturday, May 22nd. All right, let's see who our winners are. Our first award is for our top corporate team. We have so many amazing companies represented here today who combined raised almost $500,000. And it was so close this year for the top spot. Honorable mentions include United Healthcare, KPMG, Dominion, Anthem, CGI, Purdue, and IBEW. All of our corporations stepped up with virtual happy hours, online auctions, bingo events, poker tournaments, burpee challenges, gift baskets, and more. But there can only be one winner, and this corporate team has not only hit their goal, but they crushed it. And the winner is EY.
Yay! All right! Yeah!
Congrats, EY!
Congratulations, EY team. Let's hear it for them in the chat. The EY team had more than 13 sub-teams across Maryland, DC, and Virginia this year, and they were all competing to be number one. They incentivized their employees with parties, iPads, Beats headphones, and more to keep the competition going, and even organized the first Peloton ride for babies here in DMV. Congratulations, EY team. To introduce our next award, we have our top family from last year, Mason's March, who raised more than $10,000 in 2020.
Hi, we're the Gressett family. We were so excited to be the top family team in 2020 in honor of our son Mason raising over $10,000 for March of Dimes. This year we added a new member to our crew and are walking as Mason and Maddox March in honor of our two NICU grads. Mason, who will be 3 on Sunday, was born at 28 weeks, 6 days, weighed 2 pounds, 5 ounces, and spent 75 days in the NICU. Maddox, who will be 7 months, was born at 33 weeks, 5 days, spent 15 days in the NICU, and weighed 5 pounds, 4 ounces.
We're here to celebrate a new family, and the top family for 2021 is, drum roll please,
Congratulations, team. Let's hear it for them in the chat. Our national service partners are the heart and soul of our walk. They represent more than 30% of our overall funds raised each year and continue to increase their goals. Last year was a close battle between my sorors of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated and our brother Greeks of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Alpha chapters throughout Maryland, DC, and Virginia raised more than $88,000 in 2020. But it was the Zetas who won number one, raising more than $105,000. So bragging rights all around. Before we mention the top partner who raised the most this year, I would like to give a big shout out to Jack and Jill of America, Washington, DC chapter, who was our top chapter here in the DMV, and my sister Greeks of Delta Sigma Theta, PGCAC, who were the top DST chapter in the country. We had another tight competition this year, but this year's top national service partner is... Congratulations, and thank you to all of our amazing national service partners for your continued dedication for all of the healthy moms and healthy babies. Each year, we have the incredible support of nurses, families, and staff at local hospitals throughout the DMV region. Departments come together and raise funds through bake sales, t-shirt sales, coin collections, and more. In their best year, this particular team raised more than $120,000. And they have a cumulative total of raising more than $1,033,000. Please join me in congratulating our top hospital team, Innova Health System.
Congratulations,
Innova! Congratulations, Innova. Let's give them some love in the chat. Along with our top national service partner, we also held our third annual Greek Week battle this year from May 12th to May 21st. During these 11 days, all of our national service partners across the DMV battled for the #1 spot of who could raise the most online money during the 11-day period. Not only does the team win bragging rights, but also win the coveted Greek Week battle trophy. We're so excited to announce on the next screen our 2021 winner. Drum roll, please. Congratulations. It was a fierce battle this year, but only one chapter could come out on top. Well done. I can't wait to see who will win the 2022 Greek Week Challenge. The biggest comeback award is a new one this year. As we all know, COVID had such an impact on so many in so many different ways. This award is for the team that had to take a small step back in 2020, but came back stronger than ever. This year's winner raised $8,000 in 2019 for their first year. And as of May 1st, they had almost doubled that. Let's all celebrate this year's biggest comeback winner, Harvey Cleary. Thank you so much, Harvey Cleary, for coming back stronger than ever. Moms and babies needed you, and you all stepped up. Thank you so much. Our Spirit Award is given to an individual and/or team who encompass the mission of the March of Dimes. This year's recipient has dedicated 10 years to being a volunteer, a leader, and an advocate for all moms and babies. She's made numerous efforts through Blue Jeans for Babies, bake sales, and community giving, all while growing her team. This individual has collectively raised over $33,000 for our local market and has truly made an impact. Walking in honor of a special little boy named Cooper, she has shared his journey so that we can create a better tomorrow for others. We are so thankful to have her as part of our family. Congratulations to Maria Swift and Team Koopy Bear, this year's Spirit Award recipient. Our Rookie of the Year award goes to the individual who raised the most money in their very first year walking with us. Please help me in celebrating our 2021 Rookie of the Year. Congratulations, and thank you so much for your hard work. And finally, our last award for today is our DMV and West Virginia Top Walker. As you know, our Circle of Champions are those walkers who've gone above and beyond $1,000 mark. They are leaders and an inspiration. Last year, our Circle of Champions raised more than $410,000. So when I say top fundraisers, I mean those individuals that don't raise hundreds of dollars. They raise thousands. Please give a round of applause for our top fundraiser who hit the 10,000 mark and didn't stop. For years, our top fundraiser has been between the DC Market Board Chair, Pete Oteni, and the March of Dimes national president, Stacy Stewart. This year's competition was neck and neck. So let's take a look and see who earned the coveted top fundraiser spot for 2021. Wow, great job. I'm in awe of your dedication and that you raised this incredible amount on your own. Thank you. And finally, we would not meet our goals or continue our mission without our sponsors. Scroll down and visit our sponsor tents for unique experiences and make sure to check out our virtual goodie bag. Thank you to our national sponsors and local sponsors. Our national sponsors, HCA and Reckitt. Thank you to our local sponsors, Dominion Energy, Anthem, United Healthcare, Children's National Hospital, Data Axle, and EY. And all the amazing sponsors here shown on the screen. Thank you. Thanks again for joining us today. Please don't forget to scroll down now and visit our Remembrance, Mission, Advocacy, and Sponsor tents. Our virtual experience site and tents will also be accessible until October 31st from your local March for Babies event page if you'd like to visit again at a later date. We may be nearing the end of our virtual experience, but our March is just beginning. We've raised $950,000 towards our 2021 campaign goal of $1.2 million, and we're still going strong. Everyone can continue to fundraise through June 30th to earn rewards through our new March for Babies, a Mother of a Movement loyalty and recognition program. And I hope you will, because your donations can do so much for families, like shower a mom in need with essential baby items and celebrate her and her family, to fund the virtualization of our critical programs and events to help protect moms and babies, and provide quality healthcare services to 2,000 uninsured and underinsured women through our mobile health units. March for Babies is all about so much more than today. It's a mother of a movement, transforming the health and lives of all moms, babies, and families. And it wouldn't be possible without each of you. Thank you, and we will see you in person next year at the March for Babies.